I'm still wearing my boo shirt. I'm probably going to wear my boo shirt in all my videos this month. Um, maybe I'll alternate with my other Halloween shirt. So here we are. Okay. You know what it is? I'm set up and might as well keep rolling. All right. In this video, oh my gosh. So this is a video I've been wanting to make for quite some time. And it ties in the whole, oh my goodness, I'm just staring at a box that holds my cards, and I just noticed it actually has an image embedded in it. It's not just plain. Okay, never mind, sorry. Look at this. I didn't realize that there was art on it. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. It's my favorite box and I had no idea. Okay. When you get to, so last year I expressed my malaise, I expressed my sadness that I really missed bonding, the relationship I had with my tarot decks or with my tarot deck, because at that, what I was really talking about was my relationship with my Morgan Greer. Morgan Greer and I first got together in 1995. I was reading at a metaphysical shop in Montreal, Mélange Magique, and the reader beside me I had my one plaid back Rider-Waite tarot deck, which back then we just called it the tarot deck. And but the reader beside me had a basket, and in her basket she had different kinds of decks. The two I remember that stood out were Mother Peace and this one. And I think we even exchanged a reading, and I asked her to read for me with the Morgan Greer. Anyways, long story short, I probably told the story already. That day I purchased the Morgan Greer and brought it home. And it replaced my plaid back. Put my plaid back away. It was my second plaid back, and that one I ended up giving to a friend. So I gave my first one away to one friend, and my second plaid back away to another friend. And this was it. I went through a deck accumulation phase 2 in the 90s, when suddenly there were a whole bunch of different tarot decks in the metaphysical shop. But this is the only one that went west with me. So, Morgan Greer. Today's video, I want to talk about the faces, the people, our friends that live in our tarot deck that we really bonded with, our tarot deck that we really know inside out, that we know it like the back of our hand. And the reason I want to talk about the faces, how we get to know these faces. It's not just Two of Pentacles. It's this Two of Pentacles person, this face. The mustache on the Six of Wands. Mustache man. The face of the Hierophant. The Queen of Cups. These people on the Wheel of Fortune. These are all people that you get to know, like for me, and this is like, I can only speak of my own experience. And please share in the comments down below. Getting to bonding with this happened just as a matter of course, because it's, again, when I started out, I was one of those people, you had one tarot deck. When I did accumulate some decks in the 90s, because I thought they were more like for fun, because I always reached for the same one to read for myself or for others. I still only reach for the same one when I read for myself or others. Now there's 3 that I reach for And this one, up until recently, was retired. In its beautiful box that my friend sent me that I just today saw. You know what it is? This area, I work during the day. I'm usually here in the evening. It's dimly lit. There's candlelight. There's maybe a dim light in the background. So there's probably a whole bunch of stuff I've never seen before on my desk. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When you get to know a deck really well, you don't just remember the card. You remember the face. And the faces. For instance, if I ask a question and I draw the Queen of Wands, the expression on her face often is the message, not the meaning of the Queen of Wands. Because I've worked with this deck so much, and I described how this is a deck that was with me during my darkest time. And during my best, my worst times, my best times. And I see this face, and sometimes it's not the meaning of the Queen of Wands. Sometimes it's the Queen of Wands. The expression on her face is the answer to my question, or is the guidance. Sorry, I got this here we go. The expression on her face is the guidance. The expression on her face, it's a dialogue between me and the expression on her face, or it's a dialogue between me and the Queen of Wands. This is why for me, I always say they're not, when you're as a psychic, spirits inhabit the tools that I use, decks and so forth. And in this case, like these two, like this is my favorite Five of Pentacles. This really illustrates sometimes you're this person. You're the wounded, being seeking comfort, being taken care of. Sometimes you're the person comforting and taking care of the wounded. So, yeah. His face, I know these faces as though they're people in my life. I'm still trying. I'm trying, people. I'm trying. Sorry. These are friends. And, sometimes it happens that someone, one of the people in the cards will look like someone I know in real life. Sometimes it's a good thing. Most of the time it bothers me. But in this case, the King of Cups, the person that I knew in real life, I don't know them anymore. I haven't seen them probably in 30 years. But someone I grew up with. And when I see the King of Cups, that person is kind of superimposed on this card. And it's an additive. However, I don't always I got rid of the Aquarian Tarot because, the Strength card looked exactly like my ex. Nobody wants that. I didn't get rid of it. I put away the Hidden Realm because I can't unsee ScarJo and Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. Oh my God, sorry. I just finished watching Shit Italian Moms Say, and Danny Francese in that one mispronounces Ashton Kutcher's name, and I got that stuck in my head now. I mispronounce it all the time. Anyway. But it's not just the meaning of the cards. It's the people. They're my friends. I've known them for a very long time. I'll seek guidance, and a specific face will come up, and I've been using this deck for so many years, for decades, that I look at the person's face and I know what the answer is, or I look at the person's face and I know what the guidance is. This is what it means. Like, it's not just bonding with a deck and like when I talk about bonding with a deck and stuff like that, but it's actually having a relationship with the people illustrated in the deck. It's like I equate it to when I was little and I had, I only had so many books. This is probably why I have so many books now. But when I was little, I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of stuff. I didn't have a lot of books. So I reread the same books over and over again. And if they had pictures in them, I developed a relationship with the pictures in the books, right? I developed a relationship with the people and animals that were illustrated in the stories of my favorite books that I read over and over and over and over and over again. Now, oh no, there's no person there. The Empress. See, it's like, and I think for me, what really matters, with bonding, how I said how I missed having that deep relationship with a tarot deck. I've returned to using this one. I'm using my top 3 tarot decks right now that I'm using for reading for myself, because I'm taking a break from reading for other people. I'm not ready yet. I had to step back from that. It was a lot going on in the past couple of years with the pandemic and everything like that. I just can't. So I needed to take a break, and but the decks I'm using primarily to read for myself are the Morgan Greer, my Centennial Rider-Waite Smith, and of course my daily draws every day. It's my Thoth Greenie, which would have been any Thoth really. Like, I would have, if I hadn't lucked into getting a Greenie at a reasonable price, I would be using the current US Games large sized. So see, even when I don't see the faces, not seeing the faces also, I develop a relationship with, I don't know what this person in the 3 of Wands looks like. But isn't that so much like the 3 of Wands when you're stepping out into a new creative adventure, stepping out, you're starting a new, you're following inspiration, you don't know where it's taking you, you don't know what it's going to look like. Just like you don't know what this dude looks like. The King of Pentacles. That profile is tattooed on my brain. This couple and the 2 of Cups. So I just, it's not going to be a long video. I just wanted to share how my relationship with the deck is not just with the voice of the deck. It's not just with the meanings of the cards. Okay, there's no people there. It's not just with the meanings of the cards. It's also my relationship with the people, and how what's really important for me to connect with a tarot deck is that the faces have to appeal to me. And if there's even one face that doesn't appeal to me, well then, especially this is a very facey kind of deck, right? Because, there's your 3 of Cups. This is a very facey kind of deck. It's Rider-Waite inspired, zoomed in. Just like Hidden Realm is like, you know, all face. Okay, one last one. Oh no. Well, there's the King of Swords. There's Judgment. The people in the Judgment card. So it's not just bonding with the voice of the deck. It's not just bonding with the artwork and the color palette, because all that stuff matters to me. It's not just bonding with the how the texture or the tactile experience of the deck, but the faces. These have to be the faces. The faces mean just as much. And in a deck that I've been reading for like 26 years. 26 years I've been reading this deck. Except I took a little break for a couple of years. There's so much history, personal history in this deck. These people know me. And I know what they're saying the second they show up. The second I flip them over on the table, oh, these guys. And it's almost because I know them as people from the experience of constantly reading with the same deck, that I know when certain groupings of these people show up in a reading, what the message is. So that's all I wanted to say about that. In the comments down below, tell me, the faces, are the people, are you weird like me? Are the people in the deck you work with the most? Are they your friends? Are they your confidants? Is it comforting for you when you flip over a card and you see a certain face? Does it give you pause when you flip over another card and you see another face and you're going, oh no, I know what that means. Last time this dude showed up, or last time this chick showed up, this is what this turned out to be. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this open-ended. Let me know what you think. All right, take care. Talk to you soon.